Green level is definitely more competitive.
I think it makes me more competitive. Overly competitive.
High school students across Wake County, North Carolina experience high levels of stress throughout their academic careers. Whether they're competing against their peers for a top spot at a university or stressing about getting a B in a class, the overwhelming, toxic academic environment at schools, specifically Green Level High, hindered students from enjoying their high school experience. Students at Green Level need to shift their priorities from the endless pursuit of extracurriculars solely for their sake of college acceptance towards prioritizing their mental health and engaging in activities that ignite their true passions, not just their resumes. Through this documentary, we invite you to journey with us as we uncover the often overlooked truth that real success isn't measured by what's added to a college application, but by the strength of our minds, the clarity of our purpose, and the peace we find when we choose to live authentically. It's time to stop chasing a future defined by external pressures and start embracing a life defined by inner growth and well being. Here's what students at Green Level High have to say about this.
So, I am the president of FFA. I played lacrosse all 4 years. I'm a captain, and I work. I have a job.
I'm the vice president of FFA, and I also have a job.
I sing, I do art, and I go to a lot of language school.
And I'm in multiple honor societies.
I usually try to do beach volleyball 6 days a week, and physical therapy for my arm.
And that's basketball 6 days a week.
Green level is definitely more competitive than other schools I've been to. I used to go to a different school in my freshman year, and I've definitely noticed a difference.
Can you elaborate more?
For one, there's the class rank system. At least I've noticed that it's. I don't know if it affects it that much, but it's definitely something that adds competitiveness, and also that kind of pressure to take as many APs as you can, things like that.
Yeah. So I was in a different school for 2 years, and there was not that much competitiveness. I was considered top, It was also a smaller school. But then coming here, oh my god, it's crazy. It's it's like a war zone. This is all people know, that they have to be overly competitive. If they don't, currently I'm so stressed because I feel the SAT, I have to get an insanely high Ivy League level score. But if I was at my old school, I feel okay, it's chill. I can take it multiple times, but I'm just putting extra pressure on myself to have to compete with other people. So in general, yeah, the competitiveness is insanely high, and that has multiple factors that go into it. Including culture and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's how it is here.
I feel people are more competitive than I am. I think that the thing about me is that I didn't really I didn't overload myself because I wanted to live my life on top of being a student. I didn't want to sacrifice having a social life and being a kid on top of school stuff. And I feel a lot of people unfortunately do sacrifice things like that for school, which is to each their own. I just didn't want to do that. So I feel people are more competitive than I am.
Yeah, definitely same. I think people are way more competitive than I am. Like I said, I'm very much I know what I can handle.
Yeah.
And it's typically less than some other people, but that's okay.
Yeah, I feel I kind of went for an in moderation kind of idea.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel have you ever had one big slump? Just everything piling up?
Yes.
Probably the entirety of my junior year of high school. I was busy and it was cold outside and I had so many classes going on. I feel everyone feels that way about junior year, but I don't know. Maybe second semester of my junior year, the first half of second semester, January through March.
Yeah, no. And I also think that junior year, right out the bat, isn't necessarily extremely harder of a year, but I also think that there's just so much more pressure on you telling you that this is the most important year.
Right.
And so I feel students kind of feel that stress, and that's kind of what makes junior year seem this really stressful, overwhelming year.
Yeah,
you have to do everything perfect.
I think I took AP Macro because a lot of other people are taking it, but AP CSA is kind of like what I want to do, so I guess like both.
And do you think that the competitive environment at Green Level has made your experience more positive or more negative?
I think definitely more positive. I think it encouraged me to take a lot more like harder classes and like be more competitive for colleges and stuff.
Yes, but I don't think I do as much as other people. Like, I know that I don't want to go into STEM, and I know, I think I know too many people who are taking like AP Bio, AP Chem, AP Calc, and they don't even know what they want to do. They don't know if they want to go into STEM at all, and they're taking like these insanely hard classes just because like that's what everyone else is doing. So me personally, I try not to do that just because like I know that I don't want to do that, and I like tell people that too. I do feel the need to tell people, and then like I don't want to go into STEM. That's why I'm not going into that, right? But with extracurriculars, yeah, I am doing a lot, but it's stuff that interests me. It's so I think I'm pretty good at that part.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good. That's my sophomore year. I kind of took random APs I didn't really care about, just for the point of taking an AP. And then my junior year, I took a lot of APs just for the point of taking APs. But like the extracurriculars that I'm involved in, I definitely am interested in. I'm there doing that because I like it. And then this year, I feel like all of my classes I'm taking because I'm really interested in. Like I'm taking AP Comparative Government. Why am I taking that? Because I just liked Gov. I don't really like. I didn't have to.
Yeah. For me, I definitely have taken APs, you know, for college purposes, but I also kind of have a really good idea of like what classes I can manage and like how hard of classes I can manage. So I've always tried not to overdo it because then you get overwhelmed, which is not what we want.
True.
A new perspective, a new take from the teachers at Green Level, where they discuss their experience with overachieving students and the competitiveness at Green Level.
I think you guys are crazy competitive.
I think this is the most competitive school that I've ever taught in. My name is Shiny and I'm here with...
Ryan Keeter, Intervention.
Hey, I'm Ashia, and I'm here with...
I'm Mrs. Evans.
Okay, hello guys. My name is Archie.
And I'm Ashley.
And we're here with
Mr. Moore.
Miss McCurdy.
Overall, how do you feel about the like competitiveness in the school?
Yeah, I mean, like if a kid gets a B in my class, kids crying over that, and like that was news to me coming down here. Like even I've been here for 5 years now. I'm like coming from my home high school. I taught at my home high school for 6 years before moving down here, and just like that culture shift of like even a B is like it's almost like you're failing getting a B in a class.
Students are really motivated to get good grades and, you know, have leadership opportunities so that they can get into the college that they want to, so that they can get the career that they want to. And competition can be a good thing. But I have seen that overall, sometimes the really competitive nature takes away from students really focusing on learning or following their real passions or even just having fun.
Yeah. Have you seen students experience burnout while being in your class?
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yes, I have seen kids experience burnout. So
Yeah, it's one of the hardest, I think, like STEM AP classes, one of the hardest science AP classes. And it's like, it's from my class, but also like, because everyone's taking like every AP ever that's offered. So like, everyone's taking AP Chem and like AP Calc at the same time, like AP Lang and like all the other APs. So it's just.
Well, I teach English 1 in creative writing, and a lot of times I will see students that are really frantic to get other work done because it's an emergency and I've got this big test or I've got this big project, or I used to really enjoy writing just for fun, and now because I'm taking, you know, these AP courses and I'm really focused on this specific type of writing, I have seen and heard kids say that they've sort of lost that connection that they've had to something that used to bring them a lot of joy.
When students, particularly after their sophomore year, as the real reality of what they perceive to be competition, the conflict and the stress of the academic rankings, many of our students, and aided and abetted by their parents and their peers, put an unnecessary amount of pressure on themselves.
Do you think that students at Green Level participate in too many extracurriculars?
I think students at Green Level put tremendous pressure on themselves to develop the best resume they can for college admissions. Do many students do too many? Oh, absolutely. Do I think that most students effectively do this? No, I don't.
Is saying like doing less things an option?
It can be.
Cause I feel like that's the answer, even though it sounds bad and like everyone wants like a really good resume to like get into college, and that makes sense, but like there are only a certain number of hours in the day, and sometimes you really just can't do everything. You can do things, but that's when you like can't do everything well, and that's when you have to like figure out like what you have to like take the shortcut and like roundabout ways to like get stuff done, because you're just trying to do so much.
When everybody is so wild over getting straight A's, and honestly not even straight A's, like kids who get below 95%, they act like that's bad. So yeah, I mean, an A is an A, whatever you get, but yeah, like when everybody's trying to be the biggest fish in the pond, it makes it really hard to even have a bad day.
Do you feel like most of their extracurriculars in the classes that they choose are based on their own like choice, or is it more for college applications?
I think it's a mix. I have had students say, I would take creative writing, but it's not an AP. Or I'm not going to get college credit for it, so I would rather take this class that's going to get me, closer to where I want to be, which I do understand, but I think sometimes we lose the bigger picture of doing something that's creative can also just help you be more flexible with your thinking, which can then make you better at the thing that you really want to do. We have almost 200 clubs at this school. And that's with whittling it down, all the applications that we get every year for new clubs. And I think part of it is because everybody wants to be the leader. Everybody wants to not just be a part of the club, but, well, can I put this on my resume? Can I get service hours for this? Can I put this on my college application? And those are all good things. But as I said, I think that takes away from, I'm just going to do something because I love it.
Kids will sign up for classes that they should be in. It's like they don't feel like they need to be in all honors, all AP classes. But the kids would also sign up for classes because they think it'd be fun. Some of like the extracurricular type stuff, and like if they're not going crazy over being in 15 AP classes every year, maybe they'd go out for more sports or more clubs or whatever. Like they could do more stuff than just school stuff all day long.
What do you think our school, or just like the education system, like what do you think people can do to make the stress a little less?
I think that's a really complicated question. This is something that we as teachers talk about all the time, like what can we do? And I think that there are big systemic issues that are so much bigger than what we as teachers have control over.
But here's an important thing, and you've heard me say it. This is not the system you all invented. This is the system the adults have provided.
Parents want the best for their kids, and sometimes that comes in the form of high pressure, high expectations, and things like that. Kids don't want to disappoint their parents. There's lots of competition to get into college. And so then it trickles down to us as teachers, where we're having to give lots of grades because it's difficult to get students to want to do things if it's not for a grade. And then it becomes, well, is it about the learning or is it about the grade? And so we fight that battle at a classroom level. But I think until the system as a whole changes and we truly think about what is learning for, what is school for, and everybody gets on the same page, I don't know that we can do much more than just kind of have these conversations.
I mean, yeah, like if somehow, if you get rid of if 4.0 is as high as you can get regardless of what your classes were, but that's at the state level, or at least county level. That's not just like a green level thing. So Miss Summers can't wave her magic wand and make that go away, So, yeah.
Well, I'm really grateful that we've gotten rid of like class rank, and we don't have a valedictorian, a salutatorian, and things like that, because gosh, that would be just another layer of those nitpicky little, like, half a point is gonna make me the best. I think it's okay, as I said, to want to do your best, but I think that overall ranking systems and the focus on GPA is really detrimental.
We now turn to the voices of Duke University students, offering a glimpse into their thoughts and perspectives. Hi, I'm Asha, and I'm here with
Skylar
and Henry.
Nathan. Logan.
I'm Olivia.
Ollie. And Adam.
How many extracurriculars did you participate in high school?
I
Well, I managed to put 10 on the list on Common App, so I guess 10, but not at the same time. So probably like in my final year, 6.
Yeah, I think I ended up putting 9 on the Common App.
I think like 2. I did like TSA, and then I was in a band with Logan here. Yeah, we were pretty good. I think I did like probably 2.
I also did 2.
I think I filled up my Common App, so 10.
Yeah, I also filled out the 10. I was the president of an engineering club.
What part of your college application do you think helped most in getting accepted?
I think definitely my extracurriculars and my essay.
Your essay
were probably the biggest things.
I feel like I was most proud of just like the SIS. Like I was really proud of what we did with our band.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I wrote about. So,
I think I was most proud about writing about sports and stuff because that's where a lot of good traits come from. So yeah.
What helped most? I'd say my essays are pretty good. I spent a really long time on those. Started really early. Spent a long time on those. So yeah, probably my essays.
I guess I don't really know for sure. I don't think any of us do. It's kind of just up to whatever they like.
Yeah.
I've looked at my admissions file. I think that they liked my essays also. I think they liked, like, I did debate in high school. I think they liked that.
How do you think it balanced out with your like classes and your homework and things?
I mean, I think I had a pretty good balance though. Like I'd be really tired after class, so sometimes going to play in the band, like playing gigs, you just be so tired.
You know, it just helped me with like time management and stuff and making friends.
And in high school?
Yes.
Yeah, I think mine was okay. It kind of shifted. My junior year was my big extracurricular year, and then senior year, because of exams, that was like it shifted much more towards academics.
I think I definitely wish I had spent more time on extracurriculars in high school. Like, I think I wish I would have done like more sports, tried out some new stuff. Like, I probably could have done the same in my classes, having spent a little less time. So I think that I would have wanted to do that if I had the chance to go back.
So for applications, what was the most stressful part for you?
I think the application, the most stressful part was like writing the essay, because I didn't really have like someone to help me write my essay, and so I was just kind of like, I felt like I was just taking a shot in the dark writing my essay. I didn't really know what to write about, and like I stressed over it for so long, like trying to just figure out what to write about.
Yeah, that essay was pretty tough. I just didn't feel like doing it, so yeah.
I procrastinated until it was due, so I had to do the entire essay in like a day, and nothing traumatic happened in my life, so I didn't really know what to write about.
Facts.
I was unhappy that I had to do so many applications because I know the acceptance rate is so low. It was just all the essays that I had to write.
Oh. Probably filling them out and like writing the essays. And choosing the right colleges I wanted to apply to.
Okay. Do you feel like you were competitive with your other peers and stuff? Do you feel like you're always competing?
Oh, do I feel like I'm always competing? No, I don't think so. I think here is definitely not at all. My high school, a little bit. It was pretty competitive, so there was definitely academic competition there. But here, no.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think everyone's actually very supportive here. Yeah, I don't feel like it's competitive.
What about high school?
Oh, like a little bit. I think, if you want to think it's competitive, it's competitive. But I think if you look for like supportive places and people that are supportive, you'll find it. I don't think it's like, I think it's like you get what you're looking for.
I did not go to a very competitive high school, but Duke certainly is slightly more competitive. Not that people are out to get you, but people around you are just normally very smart, so you want to be like them.
I agree. I also did not go to a very competitive high school, and grades were something me and my friends never really spoke about much. So I don't think that ever super affected me as much as it does here, I'd say.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's all. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
check us out, Sis. That's pretty much all love. Any thoughts?
No, yeah, ditto.
It's all love.
Now, here's what real college admissions officers actually want. We had the opportunity to interview John Westover, an associate vice provost and director of admissions and undergraduate admissions officer at NC State University, and here are some of his responses.
According to John's responses, while GPA is important, admissions aren't just decided by how high the GPA is. The admissions decision is based on a holistic review of a complete application.
For extracurriculars, students shouldn't be pressured into doing specific activities. John emphasizes the importance of participating in activities that they are actually interested in. He continues to say that quality matters more than quantity. It was never an expectation to fill out all 10 Common App spots. Even activities like having a job builds character and should be included. What we noted from John's responses is that colleges don't see students as numbers, but as whole individuals who are unique.
It's no secret that stress is a part of student life. That's why we're here today. We want you to help us.
Together as a society, we can change the way they view academics. Instead of seeing school as something to be endured, school should be something that is treasured by all.